Looking back on it, there were so many red flags that somebody should have picked up on. This company was already turned down by North Dakota and maybe one or two other states. Missouri Department of Economic Development shopped it to Macon, Moberly, and Mexico. Moberly bid on it. And it turns out that the company never existed, missed the first bond payment after Moberly had issued $38 million of their industrial revenue bonds. Moberly would have never done that had Missouri not committed to their portion of it, which was $17 million. So the governor can say, well, there's no money out. Moberly would have never issued those bonds had it not been for Missouri's incentives. Hey, in today's world, in 10 seconds, you can find out darn near everything about everybody. And to find out that this guy already had some real questionable past, he took $700,000 out of Moberly's pocket to pay for a Beverly Hills home. And it was really, I think, a crime. And why the Missouri governor should apologize, Jay Nixon should apologize to Missouri and to Moberly, is the Department of Economic Development knew it was a sham. And they force-fed it, and Jay Nixon couldn't get in front of a camera fast enough to take credit for those jobs. And he is nowhere to be seen, and he says he doesn't run the Department of Economic Development when it happened. That's not being a leader.
You actually led right into my next question, which is, do you think that there's a leadership failure at the Department of Economic Development?
Man, I mean, it is like bringing a knife to a gunfight. He's had 3 directors in 3.5 years. They react. Their vision for economic development is reaction. Ford needs to add people. Let's go over there and throw a whole bunch of money in. GM, let's throw it. It is not, there's nothing thought out, there's no vision, there's no plan, and that's what happens when a career politician is trying to make economic development decisions. That's something I've done all my life. We're going to get Missouri going again, but it's going to be a leadership from somebody who's signed the front of a paycheck and knows how to run businesses, sniff out whether it's fraud or somebody really has a need. I personally don't think people are looking for handouts. I don't think we should be going into corporate welfare. If there's sparks we can add and get the fire going, that's great. But my experience as a business is not looking for handouts. I want people out of the way. I want to be able to do what I want to do best. I want to know the state has our back, that we're not the sue me state like we are under Jay Nixon, and that you can get things done, and there's a spirit of cooperation, and what people want is government out of the way. They want smaller government. They want fewer regulations. And if you want to hire people or buy the building next door or buy the machinery, you want to be able to know you're doing it because Missouri has its back. And we just simply don't send that message.